Sono Amir Boubaker, ho 24 anni, vengo da Mazara del Vallo e sono di origine tunisina. I miei genitori sono venuti in Italia tantissimi anni fa per motivi di lavoro, poi insieme ai miei fratelli sono nato qua e abbiamo intrapreso la strada a Mazara del Vallo. Io sono un ballerino e sono un artista, lavoro nell'ambito dello spettacolo, nell'ambito delle scuole di danza e dei teatri, eccetera. All'inizio a Mazara del Vallo ho trovato tantissime difficoltà anche perché c'era molto razzismo, la gente ci giudicava male, ci guardava malissimo, era convinta che noi facevamo atti di vandalismo, disturbavamo la gente quando ci mettevamo in piazza e tutto. Poi con gli anni ci siamo fatti conoscere nella TV, abbiamo fatto tantissimi spettacoli, poi hanno iniziato a stimarci e hanno cambiato anche un'idea su di noi artisti. E adesso mi trovo bene nella mia città, faccio il mio lavoro, lavoro anche in un centro di accoglienza, lavoro con i minori stranieri non accompagnati e spero di dare il meglio a Mazara.
Sono Wim, ho 19 anni, frequento il quinto anno di liceo linguistico Adria Ballatore e se tutto va bene per l'università pensavo di fare giurisprudenza per diventare avvocato e poter comunque portare avanti il mio sogno da quando avevo 3 anni. La mia esperienza è stata molto produttiva anche a livello comunque mazzarese perché ho riscontrato in Mazara un aiuto che sinceramente non mi aspettavo e fortunatamente non ho mai avuto problemi di razzismo o comunque di discriminazione in generale, sono sempre stata integrata al meglio in tutti i vari settori che ho vissuto sia a scuola che a livello sociale e anche a livello comunque artistico come è stato. La mia esperienza è stata veramente bella, fantastica e produttiva. Non ho mai avuto così tanto appoggio come lo è stato nel 2018 e ancora adesso trovo l'appoggio di Mazara nonostante comunque siano passati quasi 3 anni e mi trovo molto fortunata, mi ritengo molto fortunata ad essere in un paese così, in una città così piena di gente comunque bella gente e pronta sempre ad aiutare nonostante le difficoltà che possano esserci.
I think that now we can start with this video. I saw that we have also some representative of municipality of Mazara del Vallo, and I would like later to give them the floor. So now just let me introduce our small debate together. Let me share my screen so I can show you. Cesare, please, can you give me the privilege to share the file as a speaker? Thank you very much. I switch off my video. Okay, great. You should see my screen. Okay, now just all of you are muted. If you whatever you want, you can just ask writing me on the chat, so we can switch off your phone, your microphone. This is the objective of the project. So, aspire to involve European citizens thanks to activities and events like this one, aiming to better understand and analyze the real phenomenon of immigration. In this sense, we would like to open a debate, a 1 hour debate together, more or less 30 minutes of debate, thanks all the contribution we received for one from Mazara del Vallo, from these two second immigrant Italians that are well integrated in their territories. Moreover, we have contribution also from another island, from Sardinia, from the municipality of Sarroch, where a small town close Cagliari, where the staff of municipality of Sarroch prepared a project of cooperation project to foster the sense and raise the awareness of the citizens about the importance of international cooperation, about the project, international cooperation projects. So this is the aim of the project. This is the partnership of the project, but it's not important now that we are on it. These are the events of the project, and these are the communication channel of the project. So the tools that we'll use to communicate it and to try to raise the awareness and the sense of the positive feeling of the citizen toward a complex and important issues like the immigration is. How we can interact with each other? We can interact directly, just asking in the chat the floor. So if someone wants to intervene, this is an open debate without presentation. If you don't have one, it's not a problem. I would like to invite you to interact, but you can also interact through Slido. We used also yesterday. Please, you can just go with your mobile at slido.com. Please, I give you some moment to do that, and add the code that you see, 5754. You can put ideas, or I kindly ask to Cesare to open the pool. It should be already open, and there you see the questions that we give. The question on which we would like to develop the debate: how mitigate the impact of the COVID pandemic on immigrants in our territories? Of course, the pandemic affects all the daily routine of all of us. Of course, there are also Italian, if you want, Italian or native citizens that suffer the situation because of lack of job, because of lack of opportunities, because of less of money, etc. The immigrants are not special, but the immigrant and we don't take care about the immigrants because they are special. It's not that the point. But usually in the cities, the immigrants are the part of the society, a vulnerable group of society, and we would like to understand how the municipalities, the association, the citizens try to, if they, because it's not, we have to understand if there is something, some activities or some measures to mitigate the impact on the vulnerable group of the citizens, in this case immigrants, and you can contribute through Slido. If someone wants to intervene, I really appreciate. I invite you to do that. So first, we can interact in two ways. First one, Slido. Just go with your mobile, slido.com. You can also contribute in Italian if it's not a problem, and just to type your ideas, suggestions, good practices, etc. I invite you to do that. Otherwise, you can intervene directly in this debate, in the debate with asking the word. So I stop sharing for the moment my screen. I ask to Cesare to share the Slido content, so all of you can reply. I don't know if we have an intervention from municipality of Mazara del Vallo, Anna Robino, but she wrote me that she has some problem with listening us. I don't know, I don't see you. I cannot, Anna Robino, give you the privilege to speak. I don't know if you jump in the WebEx through the online platform. In case, I suggest you to download the software, because I don't see you I don't see that you have neither mic, neither the phone. So, Cesare, share the Slido content because I see that Cesare, can you hear me? Okay. Now give to Cesare. Okay, now Cesare can share your reply. Great. These are the contribution. Okay, well, our municipality support the immigrants and citizens with the same opportunity to support persons and family in difficulty. We use the regional and national resources to give them food and economic contribution. Great, thank you. I don't know who is that wrote this. If you would like to add also the name so we understand who intervene. Okay, now, Anna Robino, I give you the privilege to talk. I don't know if you want to try. No? Okay. Well, in the meanwhile that you contribute, at this moment I ask, okay, wait a second, Simone Nicolicchia asked to talk. Simone, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you
Great.
hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Okay, okay, great. I'm just going to spend a few minutes to talk about what the city of Mazara del Vallo has done for its citizens, both Italian citizens and foreign citizens. Before I say what was done by the city of Mazara del Vallo, we have to consider, as you said also yesterday and before, we have to consider the fact that in the city of Mazara del Vallo, there's a huge community of foreign citizens. Most of them, about 67.4%, are from Tunisia. Actually, we here in Mazara del Vallo, we have one of the biggest foreign communities in Italy and the biggest Tunisian community in all over Europe. This means that we are fully aware of the value that diversity and communication between different community has. The emergency related to COVID-19 has had terrible effects all over the country, as you all know. But the city of Mazara del Vallo has tried and is still trying to fight the social problems related to this emergency in a way that can guarantee good economic and social conditions both to Italian and foreign citizens. We've been helping our citizens in an economic way and in a social way. Many things have been done, and we are still doing them during the months in which the city was in lockdown, as the rest of the country as well. Because, for example, all the citizens in conditions of poverty were given some vouchers to be used in supermarkets, pharmacies, and all the other things that could be useful to live a decent life in such a difficult time. Among all the people that received these vouchers, we counted about 150 foreign families living, so resident in Mazara del Vallo, as you may imagine, Tunisian. Each action promoted by the city of Mazara del Vallo was aimed both to the native and the foreign population. In October as well, about 100 foreign families received the vouchers that were promoted by the Sicilian regional government. So there were just not there were two different phases for these vouchers. The first one in March and then April, the second one in October. In both cases, Italian and foreign families had the chance to have some money so that they could live through this difficult time. This was not just the only kind of help that was given by our city. As a fact, an internet connection was guaranteed to all the young people living in poverty in order to ensure distance learning to all the students of any school in Mazara. And we noticed that, especially in the city center, many foreign families were interested by this measure because the Mazara del Vallo lives specifically in the city center. And many families living in this part of the city had the chance to have an effective internet connection that could assure young people to keep studying by distance learning despite the closure of all the schools in the most difficult time of the pandemic. Of course, the economic aspect, as I said before, was not the only one to be taken into account. As a fact, the city of Mazara has helped its citizens also on an emotional side, we may say, thanks to the creation of a psychological service managed by professionals that have given telephone assistance to those people who were in difficult psychological conditions related to a long period of forced isolation. This kind of service was also guaranteed to foreign communities thanks to the support of social workers and cultural and linguistic mediators who work for the city of Mazara del Vallo. So in this time of social and economic crisis, in which poverty makes things even harder for a modern society, the city of Mazara del Vallo keeps ensuring existing services for foreign citizens, such as, for example, daycare centers and reception facilities for minors, with the collaboration of private associations such as Caritas, which is maybe the biggest association in the country that takes care of poor people. This to the creation of a charity network in which all social participants have given their own contribution to the foreign community in which were living in economic and social difficulty. So I think that's quite a great engagement by the city of Mazara del Vallo, which has proven one more time it's a great dedication to its own citizens, but also to the foreign communities. And I think this is something that we should all take we should all consider as a good example of how to manage the cohabitation between different communities.
Thank you very much indeed, Simone, for your
thank you
for your experience. I think it is really a good way to face a good approach to face the emergency. And I think that also the other partners can take into consideration this area and this kind of approach.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And then now, I don't know if there is someone else that want to intervene. Okay, we have another contribution on Slido. You can also interact through Slido with also in Italian if you are willing to. Then we can translate in English. We have integrate and involve in the many voluntary activities and participatory democracy. This is really interesting how most of you, but also in other kind of activities, consider the voluntary job, if you can say that, the voluntary activities, a good way to start the process of integration of the immigrants. And I totally agree with this one, because in the past, I bring my short experience. In the past, we organized the funding events where we cook local food, for one from Chinese food, Nepalese food, and Philippine food, typical food. And we involved the local community of immigrants from those countries to prepare their food to sell to the Italian one. And they were really happy to prepare their typical food to sell, to collect money. In this case was for the tsunami crisis and for the earthquake in Nepal. But was really, I can say, embracing all the community. They were really happy to contribute with their voluntary job. So this was just one small example, but I think that the volunteer is one way. It's not the only one, but it's one way with which we can better involve, better integrate the immigrants in our territories. Then I don't know if there is someone else who want to intervene. I don't know, Anna Robino. I know that the intervention of Simone is comprehensive of yours. I don't know. Just give me a check.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
No, Simone, my colleague, he told you everything, so that's our best practice. So
okay, thank you. Thank you. Then I see online a colleague from another nice and island, really nice island, Sardinia. That is Claudia, that I know that they developed in a small town, the middle of Sardinia, a really interesting project. I don't know if you want intervene or bring your experience. I can give you the floor. Just let me check. I don't know, Claudia, if you want intervene.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Fabio, and thank you, Daniele, for inviting me for this spontaneous invitation. Yes, I can tell you something about two different projects that we implemented in Sardinia, in a small and very nice town, which is called Gavoi, where we hosted two volunteers, and during the pandemic, one of them organized a photo contest, which was called Fly After the Lockdown, to involve young people and immigrants and the whole population in telling their experience through pictures and talking also about what they were going to do after the COVID-19 emergency. And we also implemented another project, but it was 1 month ago, where we involved different minors and young people from Africa, and it took place in Nuoro. We wrote a project that we submitted to the National Agency for Young People, and the project is about intercultural dialogue, and young people from Nuoro and young people from Africa brought together a solidarity project, and we are still waiting for the evaluation from the National Agency.
Thank you very much indeed, Claudia. I know that you have a very good experience in this field. I would like to press you to present your experience. Thank you very much indeed. Again, then I have in the chat Maurizio Tosco that wrote me privately about the Istituto Euro-Arabo. I don't know if he wants to intervene. I try to give him the floor. Maurizio Tosco. Can you? Maurizio, can you hear me? Because you are writing me in chat several things, but okay, problemi col microfono. Allora, he has a problem, technical problem with the mic. So I asked to kindly ask to Maurizio Tosco to put his contribution in Slido so everyone can see it, because in the chat, in the private chat of WebEx, only me can I see his contribution, only me. So I invite Maurizio to go with his smartphone or laptop to slido.com and add the code 57544. So, and then I can read for you these. I try again to give you the privilege. Maurizio, try to speak. No. Okay, I invite you, please, to. Okay, so. Okay. He has a technical problem. I just asked to Maurizio to put his contribution on Slido, slido.com, if possible. Okay, so there is, I see Simone Nicolicchio that has the hand, but I don't know, probably is the previous intervention. I don't know if you want to say something more, Simone, or was the, probably was the first intervention. Well, now, I don't know if there are other intervenes. If not, for the moment, I would like to invite Giulia Caboni, that I'm giving her the role of coordinator, so she can share her slide. Please, for the moment, Cesare, can you interrupt your sharing? Giulia, I think you can share contents at the bottom of the page. You close to start video, there is the share contents.
Mi sentite? Mi senti?
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
Ok, non riesco a condividere, non mi fa cliccare il tasto.
Okay, wait a second. I give you the privilege. Wait a second. Okay, now you should have. You are the speakers now. And just let me introduce this presentation. Giulia is staff of the municipality of San Roque. Our municipality is close to Cagliari in Sardinia, and she worked. This is not properly a project related to the integration in the Italian territories, but is a project of an international cooperation project in which she works on. She worked on in the preparation, but this project has also an important activities to sensibilize and enhance the awareness of the local citizens, in this case of the Sardinian citizens, about the importance of the international cooperation in connection with integration. So just forgive me for this introduction, and I give you the floor. Thank you, Giulia.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, and we can see also your slide. Thank you.
Okay, thanks to Daniel and Focus Europe for the invitation. I'm Giulia, and I collaborated with the municipality of San Roque as a junior project manager. I would like to start with a short introduction of San Roque. San Roque is a Sardinian village in Italy that is 20 miles from Cagliari, with over 5,000 residents. San Roque is known for the Saras, one of the most important petrochemical centers in the Mediterranean Sea, but Sarroch is also known for its history and its sea. Regarding the history of Sarroch, there are also a lot of archaeological sites, approximately 20 nuraghi, built during the Bronze Age, and the most important is Sadome Sorku. This is the aim of the presentation. The municipality of Sarroch is in the European project in collaboration with the Association, and together they cooperated to create two projects. One the e-twinning project that is a part of the program Europe for Citizens, and the second the second project is about international cooperation, and the municipality of the project prevention and preservation from COVID-19 in Lugas region in Senegal. The venue of the activities is in Senegal, exactly in the city of Louga. The project's partners are municipality of Sarroch, that is the project leader, the Kaunlus as an additional partner, and Hospital Regional de Luga, and GFV as foreign partners. The aim of the project is based on the third objective of the Global Development Goals of United Nations 2030. The general objective of the project is to support the Senegalese national system in containing COVID-19 among the population, consistently with the national strategy in place to combat the spread of COVID. For this purpose, the project aims at the specific objective of reinforce the skills and competencies of the health workers of the Luga Hospital in the prevention and protection from COVID. To achieve the specific objective of the project, two outcomes are expected at the end of the project activities. One is increase and improvement skills of health workers in the prevention and protection from COVID. The second is increase emergency equipment for the protection of health workers and the poste de santé, with the benefit of 1,000 kits like gloves, protective masks, protective suits, and etc. To achieve the following activities will be implemented with the activities. The first is managing the project and coordinating the international partnership, training of selected health workers of the Luga Hospital on the prevention, protection, and management of COVID-19. Organization of two roundtables between the managers of the Hospital de Luga, international expert of funding opportunities for research and innovation, integral part of the Horizon Europe Framework Program, begin in another activity is a purchase of... Mi sentite?
Sì, ti sentiamo bene.
Ok, scusa.
Sì, siamo tutti qui.
Okay.
We are all listening you.
Another activity is a purchase of 1,000 anti-COVID-19 kit for the local hospital, and supply of sanitizing consumable material placed inside the central hospital and the poste santé. The last activity is communication and dissemination activities on the Senegalese and Sardinian territory, and the promotion of awareness among the population about the importance and the role of international cooperation. to conclude the presentation, I think that because of COVID-19 emergency, international cooperation represents an essential way to increase and improve the economic, social, and health condition of the most fragile country. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia, for this experience. I asked you to intervene because international to develop and strictly connect with the immigration and with integration as well. So thank you for your contribution and my compliment for your slide and presentation. Thank you very much. Now I don't know if there is someone else who want to intervene. I see. Okay, Julia, you can just stop sharing your screen. Okay. Julia, sorry, you should give me, you should press on my name with the right button of the mouse, giving me the organizer role. Please, can you do that? There is the list of participants, because to let you share the
Organizzatore?
Yeah, the role of the organizer. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Daniele.
Okay, great. Now I can assign the role. Okay. Okay, now, okay, great. Just this. Well, I don't know if there are there any other interventions? Cesare, please, can you share again Slido to see if there are some contribution? I give you the privilege to do that. Great. Okay, presentation mode. Present mode. Okay, no. Can you scroll? Okay, we have a contribution from Mazara del Vallo. Our municipality, no, it's the same. Okay, I think that I have to report the contribution from the chat. From Maurizio Tosco. There is an interesting contribution, but he has technical problem, so I'll do for him. Slido.com. Just be patient. Okay. I don't know if there is someone else who want to intervene from Mazara del Vallo or from the international partners, also from the invited participants. Okay. I put the comment of the Maurizio Tosco on Slido. Okay, this is so you can see also this contribution. It's a pity that there are problem connection, because would be really interesting to ask to listen his experience, but I try to bring his voice in this way. Okay, you should see now the screen. The Istituto Euro-Arabo in Mazara del Vallo studies anthropological aspect of Sicily history, so mitigate items from the past to today. They keep conferences about these items, so they stimulate the exchange of opinion between the population of Mazara and nearest town. They are keeping 2 courses, Italian languages for Tunisians people and Arabic language for Italian people. This would be great. It's really interesting. I continue to ask him if he figure out the technical problem, because I would like also to ask him, to listen him, but I think that is no. Okay. Okay, just reading the chat if there is other interventions. It seems no. So I don't know if there are some institutional greetings from Mazara del Vallo. There is something you want to intervene? No? Okay, well, I think that I tried to give you, all of you, the audio.
Esatto, anche quello che ha fatto.
Someone of you want to intervene now? All of you, you have the sound,
No,
the audio open. Okay. Okay, no one wants to intervene. Okay, okay. I think that now we can close this first debate. First of all, I would like to thank you for your participation, of your contribution, and I invite you to follow the communication channels of the project, because there we'll put all the information on the material produced in the framework of the A4EUS project. And also, in the next few weeks, we are going to share a survey with some questions in local language. So in case of the Italian, Italy will use the Italian language. In case of another country, will use the other countries. And I ask you to disseminate this survey and to fill it out for your own. So I really thank you for your participation. I really thank to municipality of Mazara del Vallo to help us and support us in organization of this event. I kindly remind you that the second event of the project, virtual event of the project A4EUS, will be organized. Wait a second, I have Germana that asked to speak. Germana, you raise your hand to speak.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Okay. Thank you very. Sorry for the delay. First, I want to introduce myself to all people. And I am tourism of Mazara. So I wanted to say something at the end of the meeting. So I'm not sure you have already done all works. So you are at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, we are closing the session. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Very good. be here. I know we can we are but I want to say thank you for your participation in this meeting. At the same time, I bring the final meeting that is yesterday. So I would.
Sorry, Germana. Sorry.
Yes.
We can't hear you very well, Germana. Sorry. Interrupt you because we cannot hear you at all now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Try to talk. Very bad.
Sorry for that. So, can you hear me?
Now it's better.
Okay. I'll try to, you can interrupt me whenever you can't hear me, okay?
Now it seems good.
I hope you can. Okay. Well, okay. So I was saying that we our city council and the mayor, we do believe that this project can play an important role in creating a positive sentiment on immigrant integration matters. The creation of new strategies is an essential aim for the existence of multicultural communities, and we do believe that meeting like this, in which we can share information, experiences, and where we seek to find common solutions and good practice, can be a solid contribution to the right to inclusion of immigrants in our communities. So now I thank you again for your participation to the meeting. And I would leave you an invitation to go ahead to continue working hard in this direction, as we can build a better future only if we build in the name of solidarity, inclusion, and respect of the human rights. So thank you again, and arrivederci to the next meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Germana. The last part was much better, the connection. I have a comment I have a request from Andrea Alpanis that I asked to intervene. He also put his, I see, he also put his contribution in his slide. Thank you very much. I'm giving you the privilege to speak. Andreas, you have your mic on.
Yeah, hi Daniele, hi people. I'm Andreas Albanis. I'm very new in this company. I'm from Larissa, Greece, and I was following I'm following the invitation from your partner, Culture Polis, from Corfu. So I found this digital event very, very interesting, and very close to some activities that our organization implementing for people with immigrant background or refugees and asylum seekers. The latest, and we are very proud about this project, is the talks. You can see in the screen very basic information about this project. So actually, is a combination of artistic education, so non-verbal communication through performing arts, and linguistic education for new arrival migrants and refugees and asylum seekers. So in this case, people that doesn't communicate in the host country language, they facilitated by this project, by this educational methodology, in order to communicate with local peers, they are young people both, in order to start to communicate with the elements they already have. They have the ability, and then to start supporting their vocabulary or grammar. EDI is a very, very good practice. We tried this educational material in 6 countries with more than 300 people. All the people were young, so it was mixed group, people, local youth, together with refugees and asylum seekers. And we really find it very, very effective for our objectives. And I invite you all, if you want, to have a, say, a communication in order to have the opportunity as a Synergy of Music Theatre to give you more information, or maybe to, in the next 2 months, to organize a webinar in order to be familiarized with some of the practices. And then you have, you will have free access to the material in English or also in Italian language in order to use it with your groups. I don't know if someone wants to reflect or to respond or to have some questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have a question from, you have the, I see in your class, Sweden, from Greece, Germany, and Italy, and Netherlands, Hungary, and France. It would be really interesting also for the continuous of the project A4S event, and seeing that the events are virtually, so they're not so much time consuming or resourcing consuming, also to invite them in some activity or in server, or just for an intervention, or also to bring in the projects the characteristic of their territories, the situation of their territories. I don't know if you are willing to, or they are willing to, but in case, we really appreciate also their indirect or direct involvement.
Actually, Daniele, at the start of the project 2 years ago, we done a national research about the situation in our territories and in a national level. But from then till now, many things are changing. But I'm sure that all our partners, they could contribute researches and to your questionnaires.
Okay, to the session also, if they are willing to participate the next forthcoming events, they are the welcome. You are the welcome. So if they are interesting, we are happy to invite them, to host them.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't know if there are any other comments. Don't know. Intervention. Okay. It doesn't seem to. No. I don't know if from the partners from A4ESUS that at the kickoff meeting, is there someone that wants to intervene on the thematic, because yesterday we should have also the round table about the same thematic, how mitigate the impact of the COVID, but then the technical and administrative aspect absorbed us, so we didn't have time to debate this topic. I don't know if they want to say something or they want to intervene. I asking, to Luisa, Mirela, Sasa, Senad, the international partners. It's up to you. I'm not pressing you. Okay. No intervention. I don't see hands shaving. So, well, I think that we can really close now. Thanks again for your participation. This was really, really interesting. This is the first event, and also for us was the first time that we organized together this kind of event virtually. So sorry for some technical problems, and sorry if something wasn't go so smoothly. But I'm sure and I hope that in the next event, remember we have 7 events in front of us. The next one will be organized virtually in Republic of North Macedonia at the end of November, or at least at the beginning of December. We have to decide with the local partner. All of you will receive, apart the official partners of the project, of course, but all of you will receive the invitation to participate, and also you received all the material produced, the slide, the presentation, the contribution through Slido will be updated on the website. I kindly ask to Cesare, if possible, just to show the website of our project. If you can, or I can do that if you want. Great. Okay. Then I remember you our communication channels, YouTube, Instagram, and the website. Now, great. This is our project website with the events, with the contact. On the right side of the page, you can see the Facebook and Instagram button. This is the Facebook page. Is our first event. Okay, so I invite you to follow us also on the social media, following us on Instagram and Facebook as well, and also on the website where we'll update all the documents produced, and photo and pictures. Unfortunately, we don't have so much pictures because it was a virtual event. So many pictures, sorry. Okay, well, I think that now we can really close our open debate. I want to really, again, thank you for your participation and your contribution, and I hope to see you during the next event. Thank you very much indeed, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you to all.